Welcome, aspiring entrepreneurs, to a journey where we unveil the secrets of success and guide you away from the pitfalls that could threaten your business dreams. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, more than 18% of new businesses fail during their first 2 years of operation, and more than 55% of all businesses don't survive past the 5th year. So how do you successfully launch and run your startup? Don't worry, I'm here with the information of hundreds of small business owners, growth strategists, financial advisors, legal experts, and business consultants to compile the 20 biggest mistakes startups make so you can avoid them when starting your own business. So grab your notepad, because we're diving in head first. 1. Being afraid to fail. According to Audrey Darrow, CEO of EarthSource Organics, the biggest mistake you can make is to be afraid of failure. It's a mistake not only because failure is key to your success, but also fear creates disbelief in your heart, which leads you to be fail. So, jumping into your fear is very positive for your future business. Because you have to keep going ahead when it's hard to going ahead, and there you will need faith, not the fear. How you pick up after failure and learn from your mistakes is the key to great success. 2. Not making a business plan. According to Deacon Hayes, founder of Well Kept Wallet, too many businesses start without a basic plan, and if you fail to plan, you are essentially planning to fail. A startup should map out a business plan, even if it is just one page. It should include how much it costs to operate, how much they anticipate selling, who would buy their product, and why. Remember, without complete comprehensive plan, your chance of achieving something is zero. So, at first take your time and create your plan. 3. Being disorganized. According to Tara Langdale Schmidt, founder of Vuvatech, being organized is key. Running a small business is like being a circus ringmaster. It's normal to have dozens of things happening at once. So, I have a daily task list, things that I need to do, and I list them by their priority. It sounds simple, but it works and makes me far more productive. 4. Not defining your market and target audience. According to George Deglin, co-founder and CEO of OneSignal, a common startup mistake is not taking the time to understand the market or customers you're building for. For technical founders, writing code can seem easier than talking to customers, but there's no way to know if you're on the right track unless you're constantly getting feedback from current or prospective customers. It's important to recognize that building a great product often doesn't translate into a successful business. Many companies find themselves focusing on a market that's simply too small to build a big business in. 5. Not filing for the proper legal structure. According to Heather Green Miller, owner of HGM Law Office, the biggest mistake startups make are not registering their business, picking the right business entity, or protecting their intellectual property. These 3 areas are crucial to a business starting right, where, if not done properly, will cost valuable time and money to correct. 6. Trying to do everything yourself. According to James Zimbardi, CEO of Rent Items, a big mistake entrepreneurs make is thinking they are all alone, and they try to operate independently without surrounding themselves with wise counsel. Don't try to run a new business by yourself. Find and onboard trustworthy, seasoned advisors to discuss your business ideas, strategy, challenges, and progress. Wisdom and power exist in the multiplicity of counsel. Incentivize 4 people to join your company as advisors in order to receive continuous feedback so that fewer mistakes will occur. 7. Partnering with the wrong investors. According to Krish Subramanian, co-founder and CEO of ChargeBee, an important piece of advice that entrepreneurs should know before starting a business is that their investors are more than just financial backers. A company's first set of investors will make or break it. These individuals place their confidence in the business's potential without having a proof of concept presented to them. Once businesses have undergone their seed funding, then they'll interact with investors who look at the business's growth and sustainability. 8. Avoiding contracts. According to Michelle Colin Johnson, founder of Two Dream Productions, one of the biggest mistakes a business entrepreneur can make when starting a business is the failure to implement contracts. No matter how good relationships may be, they can come to a screeching halt when systems and agreements are not put in place. 9. Hiring too soon. According to Joseph C. Coons Jr., CEO of Dixon Kinahan, by far, the biggest mistake a startup can make is hiring employees too soon, such as hiring full-timers when a part-timer might make more sense, or hiring an employee when a subcontractor could have done the same job function. It is very easy to run a small business with part-timers, subcontractors, and the services of other professionals. 10. Underestimating capital requirements. According to Wayne Skeepins, founder and managing director of LaunchTech Communications, most entrepreneurs think they can get further with less. In an effort to minimize equity dilution, they forget to factor in unknowns, challenges, or delays along the way. Startup leaders tend to plan for the best-case scenario, but that almost never happens. This mentality can be attributed to leaders' positivity and having drunk their own Kool-Aid. Positivity has its place, however, when it comes to capital, it often results in having to go back to the well for a less than ideal raise. 11. Wasting money. Thomas Aronica, founder and CEO of Billagini, handling money incorrectly and being irresponsible with cash flow is a death sentence for startups with limited access to capital. I've made the mistake of hiring too many people instead of the right people and spending money to fill the top of the funnel without having a well-defined process to manage the bottom of the funnel. Putting good money to bad use and trying to be everything to everyone instead of being niche-focused is a surefire way to waste valuable time and money, which are the lifeblood to any startup. 12. Giving yourself the wrong salary. According to Diana Santagida, founder of Agency Undone, paying yourself too little or too much is a mistake. It's often easier to determine the salary for a new hire than determining an owner or partner's pay. Consider paying yourself a percentage of revenue. Whatever you choose, make figuring out your pay and that of your partners a practice and foundation to healthy expectation of management. 13. Undervaluing your product or service. According to James Chittenden, founder of One-Click Advisor, don't price too high, but don't price too low just to gain market share. If you are good, price like it. Many entrepreneurs start with the best of intentions and give things away for free or do free things for charity, community, or visibility. Be very careful with this because you don't want to be known as a source of freebies. Ring the cash register first. 14. Launching too quickly. According to James Collins, business coach of James Collins LLC, one of the biggest mistakes startups make is launching before they are ready. The saying, "done is better than perfect," is the right advice. However, the done needs to ensure it can handle new clients. Once you have launched into the public and you start getting clients, ensure your systems and processes are in place, such as payment terms and process, contracts, communications, whilst still being able to maintain your marketing strategy. The back-end processes need to be watertight before you start taking on clients. If they aren't, these are the cracks that will show and appear unprofessional. 15. Expanding too quickly. According to Mark Webster, co-founder of Authority Hacker, when you start to see success, it can be easy to assume that growth will continue, and the best way to make the most out of it is to simply copy and paste your working formula. However, if you expand your business too rapidly, it could have dire consequences. You may find your period of growth was only temporary and end up stuck with a bunch of new staff but no work and no funds to cover them. That's why it's important to take a slow and steady approach to expansion and never act on a spur of good results. 16. Not implementing a proper bookkeeping process. According to Paula Garcia, Vice President of Pursuit, many startup founders begin without a bookkeeping process in place. Great bookkeeping habits help you make smarter business decisions, spot opportunities early on, and head off problems before they become unmanageable. Understanding your financials helps to keep a pulse on your business's financial health. Good bookkeeping practices also ensure you're on top of issues like tax and insurance payments that can get otherwise great businesses into trouble. 17. Not creating a marketing plan. According to Sam Shepard, co-founder of Kibana. If you have successfully validated the problem, market, and idea for your startup, then you need to have a plan for how you're going to get your first user, first 10 users, first 100 users, and so on. That's where you need a detailed marketing strategy that encompasses the initial acquisition of users, the conversion of those users into paying customers, and making those customers so happy with your product that they help you get more users, through reviews, word of mouth, referrals, etc. 18. Hiring the wrong people. According to Devin Miller, founder of Miller IP Law, different skill sets and backgrounds are needed for the different positions you'll want to fill. When you get started, make sure you have hardworking, all-around generalists who can do everything you need them to do. When you begin to grow, look at hiring those who are specialized for the roles that need a specialist. Don't hire a generalist when you need someone who is specialized, and don't hire a specialist when you could hire a generalist to do it. 19. Overpromising or under-delivering. According to Jun Tang, Chief Operating Officer of AI Law, don't overstretch yourself in the pursuit of revenue. It is far better to tell a potential customer that you can take on their project next month, for example, rather than take on too much. Not only will this save you from failing to meet targets due to an increased workload, but it will also make you look like you're in high demand. And that's always good. 20. Underestimating the demands of business. According to Esther Meyer, marketing manager, Groom's Shop, the biggest mistake startups make is underestimating the demands of the business. Documentaries and blogs about startups are making people think optimistically. This is because the information available does not highlight the hardships of starting a business, but it glorifies the end, which is a thriving business. Because of this, people think that a startup is easy and fun, when in reality, it is quite the opposite. Startups take most of your time and money. It can even ruin relationships.